Hello there guys, welcome back to another episode of E&Ftv, and this one is another very special one as we're with LV to do our latest Edwards & Finn Hot Wings Challenge. LV, you have Regis to thank for this.
Yes, he'd like to see me suffer, I know that much. He loves a bit of that.
So if anyone doesn't know, Regis Morin, who actually voted LV or nominated LV to be the next participant of the Edwards & Finn Hot Wings Challenge, LV has risen to the challenge, and we are here at the Zetter Hotel in London to take it on, basically. So just for anybody that doesn't know, if you're tuning into this week and it's the first time you've watched one of our Hot Wings challenges, this does sort of take note to the Hot Ones series out in the US, which is a hugely successful series, bringing celebrities and all sorts of different people to do a bunch of hot wings and answer a load of questions. We decided to create this as a bit of a comic relief for our industry and the hospitality industry, and it seems to have just caught on. So we're carrying it on as long as people continue to nominate and people want to do it. So the rules are, LV, we have 7 sauces, 7 wings, 7 questions. We're going to go from pretty hot all the way through to insanely silly hot. Okay, so we're ending with the Carolina Reaper, which if you've watched Kat's episode and Regis's episode, you will have seen how intense it is.
Of course, of course. Having said that, Regis, this goes to you. I know I can handle my spices better than you, so...
well, there you go,
Game
Regis.
is on.
There you go. Okay, so we've got a couple of checklist things we've got to do.
Yes.
We've got the sauces, we've got the wings, we've got napkins.
Tick.
Don't touch your eyes. Okay.
Can I touch yours?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. So don't touch your eyes. Okay, we've got our waters. You've got your water. Tell us all the different milks and dairy products that you decided to bring.
So, I was preparing last night, went shopping, looked at the milk aisle, dairy aisle. I was like, I'll have all of it.
Right, okay.
That was it. I called a friend of mine who loves this spicy stuff and I said, Cash, what can you advise me? And he said, right, whatever you do, don't touch your eyes. And also he said, do not scream too loud the next morning. So that's 2 pieces of advice. Going back to actual advice, he said, get some mango lassi, that always helps. Okay. He also said, get some chocolate, which we did, and peanut butter, which I've got as well.
I've never heard the peanut butter one, so okay.
We'll see. We'll see if it works.
Okay, all right.
Bring it on.
Let's go. Let's do it. Okay, so first sauce is the original habanero pepper sauce.
Okay, what is it from?
This one is from Mexico, and it's Melinda's hot sauce.
Amazing. Melinda, whatever you are, thank you.
I'm going to take this cap off.
Is it going to come off?
Yeah.
I'm sure I didn't mix them up on the heat scale. Just checking, just checking.
Right, there you go.
Right, so properly.
I was going to say, so for anyone, I always sort of get questioned, is it as bad as it looks and this sort of thing, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, it absolutely is, okay? So, wing first, then question. Here we go. Ready?
Go ahead.
Here goes. Here we go.
Okay.
That one's all right. It's got a hum to it.
It goes away very quickly.
Yeah.
Just the first kick, and then nothing to it.
I was going to say, it's definitely the first kick, and then it sort of starts to slow down. Okay. So we'll pass that bottle back, and I'll put it back to the front. And then
there you go.
I'm going to ask you, give us a snapshot of your career and your proudest moment to date.
Okay. 17 years in the industry.
Yeah.
Done every single job you can imagine.
Yeah.
Started as a kitchen porter, as a waiter in a budget hotel.
Sure.
And then ended up growing into commercial management roles over the last 17 years.
Okay.
Proudest moment, I think reopening Zetter Group post-pandemic.
Yeah.
I joined the group literally about 3 years ago now, to date actually.
Oh, wow.
We were still in the lockdown, all of us.
Yeah.
And my first task was to reopen it successfully. And it was interesting because you come into the business. There's a team, of course. Everyone's on furlough because we're still in pandemic. New business. Reopen it post-pandemic. So that was probably my proudest moment, but also was so much fun because you could see people's faces just light up when they were able to come back. people walking back in, having cocktails, having meals, staying with us. Just, yeah, that was really, really, truly good moment to see hospitality back in action.
I can imagine as well, and now seeing where it is now post-pandemic, it's like, we did it. You know, there's that sense of, we're here, better probably than ever.
Yeah.
And like we said before, previous to this, and growing.
True.
You know, so it's sort of not just reopening, but we're now better than ever.
True.
That's pretty awesome.
True. But also I remember those 3 years ago, you know, there was so much uncertainty. We were all going like, right, we're opening, we have a plan, we put plans in place, and then what if? There was so many what ifs at the time, but we all did it. As an industry, we came back. Yeah,
absolutely. Next sauce.
Yes.
I'll let you do the honours this time. And you know it's dodgy when it's black, you know? When there's a chili, even the pepper on the front's supposed to be green. Right.
I actually have this at home.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Don't tell me you put it on your eggs every morning or something.
No, someone else's eggs. No, this is actually quite a good sauce. I actually got it in Mexico. I used to, a couple of years ago, manage or help manage a hotel in Guatemala. So I was flying through Mexico City, got off in the airport, had 3 hours to kill, went and bought a selection of these.
Was it a selection of 4 by any chance?
Yes.
I bought one when I was in Mexico myself. Yeah. There you go.
How old is this? Mine has expired.
Oh, no, this one's a little bit newer than that.
Well, actually, whoever's importing it lives about 2 streets away from me because it's in Luton. Okay, let's go for it.
Let's go. Right. And then once we have this, I'll give you your next question. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Hasn't melted yet, so that's a good sign.
No, I was going to say, it's all still intact and the bottom's still there, so the glass hasn't gone away.
No.
To a point where it's been corrosive. Right, okay. So guys, again, for anyone that's wondering, there is absolutely sauce on these wings.
Properly dipped.
Bottoms up.
It's got this charcoal taste to it, right?
Yeah.
Slightly sour. But not so bad.
I was going to say, it's not too bad, is it? It's sort of one of those that, again, it sort of lingers a little bit, but you're right, there is definitely that sort of charcoaly, almost open fire taste to it. Usually people just want to get it down as quickly as possible, but I can tell that you're somebody that likes spice. So
I'm enjoying it. I've got my limits, as I said earlier. I've got my limits,
the limit sort of gets to about here. That's when as anybody that's watched this more than once, that's where I literally start to break down. So, hence why I don't usually have questions. But this challenge has taught me the reason why I have the questions here.
Get your blackboard for the next one, so you can just read it behind you.
Exactly.
Much easier.
All right, so what does hospitality mean to you, LV?
Creating experiences to our customers that they otherwise wouldn't have anywhere. The reason why we exist.
Sure.
Let's start with hotels.
Yeah.
Because people travel. Yep. We want to go and see things. Maybe visit London. Maybe go see theatre play. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
So we exist here to provide that service.
Yeah.
So that's the core of it, right?
Sure.
And then what hospitality to me means is providing an excellent service.
Sure.
An excellent place to stay.
Yeah.
And create those memorable experiences. We're not always a destination. You know, we don't run resorts here. You know, if you go to a resort, of course you go for that.
Sure.
You know, we're in London, slightly different. But it's creating memorable experiences, making sure people are comfortable, make sure people truly can unwind, relax, feel close to each other, feel intimate with each other, you know, don't have to worry about anything because everything is taken care of. To me, that's hospitality.
I was going to say, that's actually one thing that I have immediately experienced here, is that sense of, as you said, it's not necessarily, the hotels are not necessarily the destination, but it's the feeling of that, I'm trying to find the word, like true hospitality, like at its core, true hospitality. And that's what I felt. I said to you a moment ago, didn't I? And this is absolute truth. I walked in a bit flustered. I was on the phone and all the rest of it. And your bar staff, all they said was just, it's okay, just sit down. Yeah, it's fine. And I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, I'll sit down. And before I knew it, I had a glass of water in front of me. I didn't ask for it. Glass of water in front of me, bottle of, whatever. And then I just felt a sense of calm. And then I walked in here, and obviously, I met you, and then we walked in here, and everything was fine. But it was that sense of everything's all right. You're here. It's all good. And that's true hospitality.
I think that's the whole point.
Yeah. It doesn't need to, it's almost like it doesn't need to be the big lavish pillars and the marble everywhere and everything else. It can just be that friendly face that says, come on in. Yeah. And that's what I got today.
But that's the human element. We spoke about it earlier. That's the human element, because you can build the most amazing places unless you fill them with the right people that make your customers feel comfortable, relaxed, safe, all those subliminal messages almost. Yeah. It just wouldn't work otherwise. It's the human element that makes hospitality. Otherwise, it's just a building. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Next wing. Right. We're rattling through these. Right, okay. So, this one. It
helps that the wings are quite tasty as well, right?
Well, this is it. I actually quite like this one. So, this is the habanero and mustard.
Amazing.
Okay, so habanero and mustard. There we go. Right.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I've got the cap.
There you go.
Okay.
Don't lose that.
No. Right.
Evidence of crime scene.
So we're going to give this a mix. Again, for anyone that's looking, there is plenty of sauce on that. I don't know if we can even zoom in on that at that point, but...
I think they trust us.
Yeah, so far so good. I have to admit though, and you might not be there yet, because you're better with spice than I am, clearly, but I can definitely feel it at the tip of my tongue and on my teeth and on my gums at the front. Just saying, by the way.
I can't yet. Okay. Yeah. Mustard comes through. Mm-hmm. Actually.
That is one of my favourite sauces.
I really like this too, but it's not that spicy.
No.
It doesn't feel spicy.
No. So it amps up the habanero from this one. And I find that this one sort of dwells on your tongue for a while, and then it will build, but it sort of sits there. But I love that mustard taste, because it's not too mustardy, but it's lovely.
It's also quite creamy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Love it. Okay.
What's been your biggest learning curve over the last 5 years?
Sorry, let me just clean myself.
Yeah.
Finding the balance, work-life balance.
Interesting. Okay.
And for me, that comes from, when I started in this industry 17 years ago.
Yeah.
The whole attitude and mentality towards industry was, you need to do long hours, it's long shifts, and that was it.
Yeah.
You just need to work your ass off.
Yeah.
With COVID and the previous project I did before the Zetter, I found that balance. I found better ways of doing things to still get things done.
Yeah.
To still, be as efficient and effective and still, drive the business forward. But find balance for myself.
Yeah.
My children, I've got 2 kids. My daughter is 5. My son just turned 2 days ago 9 months. I've got 2 young kids, and family is absolutely important to me. I want to go home every single day, and I want to focus on them.
Yeah.
Because I have gone through a period of time where I was running a very complicated project, and there was a lot of layers to that kind of complex work scenario. But I started neglecting my family. I started neglecting my daughter at the time. She was a year and a bit. So in a funny way, pandemic kind of brought that. Yeah. For me personally, because I finished that project, and then pandemic came in literally the week after that. So it was a bit of a forced time to self-reflect, and my main self-reflection was that, balancing things out.
Right.
And I learned that I can, again, be efficient and effective and do things very fast.
Yes.
Still deliver everything I have to deliver.
Yeah.
But also have time for my family.
Yeah.
That was my biggest learning.
I was actually going to ask, because obviously I, just doing a bit of research, I did go onto your Instagram and so on, and when obviously it was that 5 years, I did, because I'm a father myself, and it sort of grounds you quite quickly, because and one moment you're LV, a career and everything else. Yeah. As soon as the sort of family element comes into play, however that looks, it does sort of ground you a little bit, and you sort of go, well, I'm not able to spend the time at home, or I'm not able to focus on when I'm at home. Because I feel that very sort of, I can relate to that very deeply, and I have no doubt there's a lot of people in leadership roles or people just in high pressure roles feeling that when they do go home, they would love to be just focused on their family life, whether they have children, pets, a partner, whatever it is. So that was interesting because when you said 5 years, I was thinking, has that got something to do with the family life, that kids element? Yeah. And it makes complete sense.
Yeah, and it was for me, it was a bit of a humbling moment, I suppose, but in a good way, because you got a child coming along and everything, and really all children care about is you.
Yes, of course.
For you to pay attention to them, and if you had a tough day at work and your mind is elsewhere, actually not paying attention. You don't have to be on your phone, but if you're sitting there like a vegetable and looking at your toddler, well, that's not good for anyone, is it?
No.
So for me, that was that good kind of humbling moment where, and that's the biggest learning. I've changed how I do things at work. I've changed how I do things at home, and it feels better. It truly feels better. Because again, my career is still going the way I wanted to.
Of course,
I'm still me. I'm still learning and progressing and everything else, but the family life is not being neglected. Yeah. So it's getting that balance better than before.
How's your daughter finding being a big sister?
She loves it.
Yeah?
She loves it. Yeah, she's the best big sister I've seen. Because I've got a younger sister, but she's 10 years my junior.
Right, okay.
And so for me it was different because I was 10 years by the time she came along.
Yes.
But now between my kids, it's like 4.5 years difference. So she loves it, absolutely, yeah.
My sister hated being a big sister. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm not going to touch my eyes. Whoa, that was close.
Breaking the rules.
That was close. That was close.
Breaking the rules.
Right, here we go. Next one.
Right, I'm going to take a bigger chunk because I feel the heat is coming my way.
Yeah, it certainly is. Right, so this is our West Indian hot sauce.
What's in it?
Stuff. That's a good question.
Nuclear materials.
Yeah. What is in it? I don't even want to go there, to be totally honest with you. But one thing I would say is it does look of a. Oh, yikes! Right. Okay.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Right. Okay. This one does look quite similar to the last one. Yet the last one was from Mexico, and this one's from West India.
If you ask me what it is, I say some sort of mango sauce with maybe chili flakes.
Yeah,
just
something like that.
Visually looking at it, right? But no, that's not true, is it? Okay.
It smells good.
Famous last words, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Right.
So it's usually down the middle. That end is where we're going to start feeling some pain, but it smells all right. Okay. So bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Here we go. Yeah, that's hitting me now.
I'm still waiting. Come on.
He's definitely better than me at this.
Okay. I feel the heat coming.
Right. Here we go. Right. So.
Bring it on. I'm still okay.
If you had to be a Marvel or DC character, who would you be and why?
So, I told my wife about it last night. So I've got this question coming up.
Okay, go on.
And I told her what I'm going to say. And she was like, that's stupid. Anyway, Batman. I was going to say Batman.
Interesting. Go on. Why?
One single reason. He's the best detective in the world.
Oh, I like it.
He doesn't have one. I mean, he's he's got a lot of money, but that's hardly a superpower. It's my dad did that. Yeah. Batman, absolutely. All the belts, all the machines, everything he does, all the training he's had. Yeah. Fantastic. Batman all the way.
Do you have a favorite Batman movie? Because there's obviously been so many. I know which one mine is.
Dark Knight Rises.
Is it?
Christopher Nolan trilogy.
Okay.
I think that the way they've done it, it's absolutely amazing because it took that genre. Yeah. And everything before and since was kind of done a bit of a, cartoonish, which is fine. That's the genre. But he actually made a movie out of it.
Sure.
It's a great movie. Three great movies.
That's three great,
To watch and you enjoy them in their own right, whether it's Batman or.
Yeah.
So I think Christopher Nolan trilogy, definitely. But the one with Joker, it's Heath Ledger. I think,
it'll go down in history, that movie, won't it? Yeah. I absolutely agree with you. Those three are incredible movies. Mine is the original Michael Keaton. 1989 Batman with Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Yes.
It's also the year of my birth. So there you go. That's the other one. So it's.
I see.
Oh, I love that movie. And Michael Keaton as Batman was.
What was
superb.
the one with George Clooney and
and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
On the,
yeah.
That was very cartoonish. Tim Burton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe
No. I think it was. I think it was Tim Burton. But Tim Burton did the original two Batmans as well. So there you go. But
same style.
Yeah, but I've got to admit though, Heath Ledger as Joker, superb.
Yeah.
So there you go. For anyone that's wondering, Batman. LV.
Just because it's so clever and strong.
And yeah, fair.
I'm not. Neither one of those things. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Okay.
If I was clever.
We're moving into dangerous territory now.
You keep saying that.
Yeah. I'm feeling it.
I believe it.
So this is kiwi fruit and habanero sauce.
Okay.
A big shout out to actually Niels from Sendine for sending us this, because he very kindly messaged me saying, look, I love the show. I'd love to come on at some point, but I'd love to send you a couple of sauces. One from my home country, and then another one that's just stupidly hot. So
but you said
a big shout out.
That's his favorite, right?
I believe so. This is the one from New Zealand.
Okay, bring it on.
I don't know how much I should have put on, but there you go.
As little as possible is what doctors would tell you.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Right.
And he did say, look, he loves his hot sauce, so...
Okay, what are our sponsors?
Kiwi and habanero, everybody. Right, wing first, bottoms up. That one's actually all right.
I think we forgot to shake it. Do you think all the peppers at the bottom?
Maybe. I think that's not hot at all, everybody.
So I was worried when you said kiwi, because kiwi is often used to marinate things because it softens the meat.
Yeah.
Which means it
breaks down the proteins and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we dodged a bullet with that one then. Niels, thank you so much, mate. It's lovely.
It's not spicy.
But it's not spicy, buddy.
No.
We just cracked that one open today. I was worried because I was thinking that's going to
should have been the first one. Anyway.
Right.
So
next question.
Sauce.
So, what would you like to change in the... What would you like to change in the hospitality industry and why?
I think it's very much what I said earlier. It's that whole approach of doing silly hours. I think there's no need for that. I don't think there's that many industries apart from probably healthcare, but you know, healthcare, you literally save people's life. That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So there's no other industry apart from hospitality where there's a huge element of people that glorify doing silly hours.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't understand that. There's no need for that.
Yeah, there's been a culture for a long time, hasn't there?
And it's exactly that. It's a cultural thing where, you know, yes, you get staff shortages, you get Christmas periods. I get that. You know, I'm part of this. And you have these periods. But that's not to say that you should glorify those things. No. Busy times, all hands on deck. Everyone does the bit. Everyone, you know, shares the pain, as it be. But I think that's the main thing I would change. Yeah. Second thing, so two things really, is I think we all lack of, there's a skill shortage at the moment in hospitality, generally speaking. You know, you mentioned working with universities. I'm also trying to do my bit. I work with Miss Nabi. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And you know, a couple of weeks ago I was in the Netherlands. I was judging European Cup of European hospitality universities. Right. So I'm trying to do my bit as well to get back to the hospitality, because every school pretty much says the same thing now, where a lot of students come in, they do the degree, and then either they leave the country or they leave the industry. Yeah. So there's an issue there somewhere. Yeah. So that's the second thing I'm hopefully gonna try to somehow, in my own little way.
Hey, we can definitely work together on that, to be totally honest with you, yeah.
Because that's painful. It's painful when, you know, many moons ago, I worked in a company called Good Hotel. Yeah. We had a partnership with one of the universities from the Netherlands. Right. And it was painful because you get these students full of energy, they choose, they absolutely want, they're eager to study hospitality. And a lot of them, they just get poached by other businesses after they graduate. Yes. And you go like, all that passion, all those skills, all the education that they gain, it just evaporates from the industry anyway. And we end up hiring people that maybe don't see it as a choice, maybe don't see it as a career. Yeah. So yeah, in my own little way, I'm gonna try to improve it at least a little bit. That's my goal.
All power to you. All power to you. And if that journey with Mitten and Abbey, because again, my colleague Jason's doing a lot of work with lots of different universities, Mitten and Abbey being one of them. So fantastic to hear that. And I would implore, just on a serious note, anybody that is watching this that is in a leadership role or is just in the industry that wants to raise awareness of hospitality as a career and have that input, please do get in touch, because we do work with the universities all over the UK. And we're truly trying to bridge that gap between education and the real world of hospitality, more specifically within the commercial space for us, but obviously wider hospitality as well. But yeah, that's great. I love that. I love that.
It's an awesome industry. You can learn so much, right? You sit in the same room with a bunch of people that do different things, and
absolutely
very few businesses have that availability of information.
Do you know what it was? I've forgotten who. I think it might have been my good friend Adrian Hanna, Right Revenue, but I think it was her, but she was saying about the barrier to entry is so low.
True.
And you can get, even if we just used a hotel, for example, every role within that hotel, you can touch on it, you can feel it, you can experience it. From front of house to reception to your back of house, whether you're your chef or pot wash. My son at the moment is currently a pot wash. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like your touch points in hospitality all the way through to your management and then commercial and operational leadership. There's so many opportunities out there for so many people, and the barrier to entry is non-existent.
I couldn't agree more.
Unbelievable.
You know, again, when I started 17 years ago, a bunch of us, university students, would do that. You know, okay, I stayed in and I'm still doing this job in this industry. But most of us at the time went and worked in bars, restaurants, because, like you said, getting into it was so easy.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yes.
You get paid.
The people.
You're surrounded by your mates.
Yeah.
You see, each other at university in the morning, and then maybe at the bar in the evening, and then maybe go for drinks.
Yeah.
It's such a social industry, and it's so fun. I don't understand why it kind of gone down the hill a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
But again, it's that element of or preconception of long hours, low pay, and then
Agreed.
Parents are also generally not wanting their children to go down that route because of the conditions and because of what's seen on television and what's known in general about hospitality. They're sort of, I don't want you to go into that industry of almost servitude. And it's sort of, that's not what this is.
Once in my career, so I was 21, 22 maybe at the time. I was duty manager already, so kind of progressed a little bit.
Sure.
And I had a customer check in. He was airline pilot, as you do.
Sure.
And, ended up chatting. He was American, very chatty, sat at the bar, so I poured him a pint. But I don't remember the whole conversation, but the only thing that stuck to my memory was, so he asked me, what am I up to? I said, just final year uni, Yeah. What are you studying? International business. He was like, so what are you doing here? Can't you get anything better? But that's that attitude, right?
Yeah.
Where for me at the time, and it still is, a fun job. I got paid, I hang out with my mates, it was good fun. I had conversations like that with him, with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
But the attitude with some people is, why are you here?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with you that you're in hospitality? And it's a hard topic, right? A lot of people don't want to talk about it, and I want to talk about it. I want to bring it up and then say, this is the problem. There's a image issue that we've got in hospitality. Let's try to fix it. Yeah. But unless you talk about it, you're not going to be able to fix it.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Just that.
On that note.
Next. Patient. Right.
So the next one is ghost pepper.
I'm going to do the other way around, so I've got more meat from the last one.
You're brave.
This chicken is truly succulent, but...
I was going to say,
I feel it coming.
Massive compliments to the chef, to be totally honest with you. These, no offense to anybody else where we've been on site, but these wings are the best ones that we've had thus far. So, fair play.
Thank you, team.
I'll let you do the honors.
Right, this one, huh?
Ghost pepper. This one doesn't really need the introduction, really, does it? Everybody's heard of the ghost pepper and what it does to people. And
shake
this one, I'd give it a shake. That's actually also another one from Niels from Sindine. So thank you so much for sending them. I really do appreciate it.
I smell it. Sorry.
I'm worried now. So we'll give this one a go, shall we?
The cap on, but
yeah, that's fine with me. I think for this one we'll keep the cap on.
Have you got your peanut butter ready?
I've got.
Would you like it? Go on.
I'll. Where's the spoon?
Yeah.
I'm going to. Because I feel like this one's going to hit differently. Right, pop that there. Gee, I can smell that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so
it's
for anyone...
It's Tabasco, is it?
There you go, guys. There is definitely quite a bit of sauce on there.
There we go.
As we say, bottoms up. Oh, yours is loaded as well.
Cheers.
Well done. Right, let's go.
Enjoy. See you on the other side.
Okay.
Breathe, you still with us?
That just a, yeah.
It's kicking. It's kicking.
You got, yeah. That's spicy.
It is. It is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'm about to find God.
Okay.
We're still here?
Yeah, yeah.
Check the pulse.
It's quite appropriate, this next question.
I need some of this.
What is your go-to comfort meal? And why? Oh my God. Niels, you really did deliver there, mate.
Oh. Let's pretend I'm posh. Oh,
I'm currently looking at my camera guy at the moment because that's horrendous.
I need some more. Not the sauce.
That one hit differently. Oh my God.
Right, go to comfort food. I think it's a good curry.
Okay.
Lamb, nothing too spicy, probably lamb tikka masala.
Yeah.
Nice portion of rice, good naan, butter naan, cheese naan. That's that, yeah.
Okay.
I think for me that's that. It's just, when you get the right curry,
Yeah.
it's amazing. It can't be too, oily.
Yeah.
So don't go for your usual takeaway. Go for a decent restaurant, but yeah. Ooh. My tongue is literally burning right now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna start peeling off tomorrow morning.
Oh my God. Right.
Serves me well for talking so much.
Curry.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's comforting for me. I think curry. I think evening. I've got nothing else to do. Maybe the week is over,
Yeah.
so maybe it's Friday evening. So it's comfort. It's just slow. You don't have to rush. It's not pretentious. It's not.
Yeah.
Not complicated. Yeah.
Love that.
Ooh.
Right.
All wrong.
We're through to the last one. I'm not putting that anywhere near where I just had the other one. Oh. Do you want to do the honours?
No. Absolutely no. But I committed. Regis, this is on you.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing better than you already, so
Absolutely he is, to be fair.
talking about sauces and nothing else.
I am halfway through. When we got to that kiwi one, I thought, I'm actually doing all right. This is probably the best way I've done it so far. That one's just knocked me for 6. That one's going to come out like a thick
Just, can't force
gravy.
myself to do that. This one.
Yeah.
What? Now or tomorrow?
Now.
Oh, right, okay.
Probably also tomorrow.
TMI. Viewer discretion advised. My OnlyFans content coming out tomorrow.
Click the link in the bio.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Can't even talk anymore. Right, okay.
Before we do this last one, guys,
I'm not going to do more than that.
if you've enjoyed this week's episode, this installment of Edwards and Finn Hot Wings Challenge, please do comment your favourite hot sauce in the comments below. whoever we pick at random will receive our hottest sauce here, which is the Carolina Reaper sauce. God. And we'll send it to you so you can enjoy it at home. So please do comment, like, subscribe to the channel, but let us know what your favorite hot sauce is. Okay.
I'm not sure I want to do this.
It looks horrendous, doesn't it?
You know, everything in my soul keeps screaming,
Don't.
Just
don't do it.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You suffered enough.
Oh, right. I'm going to prepare myself for the next question.
Can I answer the question before I take the next wing or?
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope.
Here's me trying to be a smart ass.
Okay, so last wing. We've got this far. We've done it. Let's just really get it in there. Okay. Well done. We're here. Bottoms up. We're at the finish line. We just got to.
I said it last time, but this time I mean it. See you on the other side.
See you. See you on the other side. Here we go, guys.
See the light. Yummy.
Yeah.
I can feel my lips burning.
Yeah. After the last one. Oy.
I'm not kissing my children tonight.
Don't touch them. Don't touch anything.
They won't sleep for days. They just won't sleep for days.
Right. LV, the last question.
You've got this. You can
the
do
last
this.
question. We're in this together. The last question. The best advice you've ever been given. Go.
And I was. Ooh, hit me. So it was at the time when I was in Queensway together with Regis. There was a guy called Pierre Hardy who was our CFO, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember that advice very often. We just opened a new hotel. And we're just talking. I don't know what we were talking about, but his advice was, to summarize, it'll be always look to add value to whatever you do.
Okay, yeah.
It was that. It's a simple advice, but there's layers and layers and layers of positivity to that.
I like it.
And I took it to heart.
Yeah.
I really took it to heart. Pierre, if you're watching, thank you for that. Came in handy. And I think what he meant at the time was, don't just do the basic. Don't just do bare minimum.
Yeah.
And more recently with this whole concept of quiet quitting came about, everyone was talking about it, hashtags and everything. I just couldn't understand it.
No.
I couldn't understand people suggesting to other people, don't do this, don't do that. Just do your job and go home and call it quiet quitting. If you do something, do it well. Focus.
Yeah.
If it's not working out, move on, do something else.
Yeah.
Give it your best shot.
I like it.
Don't sit there wasting your time.
No. Do you know what as well I find?
Bottoms up.
I find that what I've heard so far with this series when asking that question, it's always the simplest advice that's the best.
Yeah.
And timeless.
But it needs to be the right person at the right time. For you and them.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because I think a lot of people give out a lot of advice, but
you need to be ready to
most
listen.
of it doesn't stick.
Yeah, you need to be ready to listen as well.
Yeah.
If you're not in that headspace of wanting to
learn,
be the best person you can be.
But it needs to be, in my case, in this particular conversation, at the time, Pia was someone I looked up to. I didn't know him that well, we sat in the same office. So it was this, in a positive way, bit of an enigma of the person.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I don't want to be him, but how do I be a little bit like him? What can I learn from this person? You meet those people ever so often. Yeah. Sometimes in personal life, sometimes at work. Who was that? So I think when it came from him at that time, it stuck with me, and I still live by that.
Yeah.
Always look what value you can add to whatever you do. Don't do bare minimum. Don't, again, hold back. Don't. Again, something doesn't work out, move on. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Quitting is not always a bad thing.
No. No.
But don't sit in one place.
LV.
Yes.
Speaking of not quitting, we've managed to get through the Hot Wings Challenge. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On a bit of a review, I think we sort of strolled quite nicely with a couple of good tastings.
It was a roller coaster. This one was a letdown. a false sense of security.
That I was expecting more from.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, tasted lovely, sweet, but
wrong challenge.
And then we hit the absolute brick wall that is the ghost pepper. My God.
You know what? I found this better than that. Or milder, shall I say. Somehow.
Do you know what I think it is? I think we can hardly taste anything after that.
I think so.
The feeling in my gums, my tongue, my lips, everything is on fire. But there is one more question. There's no wing, there's no hot sauce. LV, who are you nominating next to do the Edwards and Finn Hot Wings Challenge?
Not because I want to see him suffer, it's just because I think he's got a lot of knowledge to share, and it's going to be a very interesting person for you to interview. My good friend Alfred Eeltink from Netherlands. So Alfred, you're up next.
Okay.
Again, don't want to see you suffer. I think you'll enjoy it. Looking forward to it.
Alfred, the challenge has been set. I will be in touch going forward. LV, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, you can't thank really me for this.
No, we're not touching each other.
It's Regis you can thank. But as you have completed it, here is your Carolina Reaper hot sauce.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking part. It's been an absolute pleasure. For goodness sake, keep it away from the kids.
I'll look it up.
But thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you for
It's been almost a pleasure.
I think I did well. Selfishly, I think I did well.
You did incredibly well and better than I did. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. Let me just wipe my eyes again one more time.
And I'll have some old fun.
And
cheers.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to comment down below your favorite hot sauce, and you may be the winner of our next Carolina Reaper hot sauce giveaway. Thanks very much, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.